Now then, boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 23 Blackburn Rovers career mode. And last time out, we managed to keep our form still going strong, and Ivan Toney finally started scoring some goals. So that is good news for us. We're going to continue with the games in this episode. There's going to be several games. We're going to be kicking it off by taking on Manchester City. We did all right with the youth scout as well, actually, to be fair. We found the young American, 15-year-old Charles Adams, and he looks pretty decent. Hopefully his potential holds up there, because if not, he's probably not going to make it. Now, people pointed out in the last episode that there are a few players here that look like they could be good, but their potential isn't strong enough. And you're completely right. Bryant now, Jake Taylor, and Reggie Day. Unfortunately, all three of them really, in reality, are never really going to amount to anything because their potentials just aren't strong enough. So, unfortunately, we're going to release them. I think it's that time. I think we get rid of some of the players in this that just aren't really going to make it. Now, that potential just isn't going to cut it anymore for this Blackburn side. We really, in reality, need at least mid-80s for them to have any long-lasting potential in our starting 11. We're going to continue scouting America, though, and hopefully some more big names will come back. Let's get straight into this Manchester City game, but first of all, before we do that, if you're new around here, please smash that subscribe button, as well as hitting the like button if you go on to enjoy the video. Let's get into this one. Let's take on Manchester City. They're on 17 points. We're not that far behind them, to be honest with you. The fact that we've got 14 points already this season, they're going to be playing Mecha up top. So I think I'm going to play his brother at cam. After a hat-trick, we have to start Ivan Toney up top, surely. Amad Diallo had a pretty good episode last time around. We're going to play Ladislav there at CDM. And then I'm struggling a little bit because I've got some tired legs. Maybe we play Henderson CDM in this one, and Alex Scott as the CM. Vico Lewis won't start. We'll go with Britton, Cannon. I mean, this is a pretty decent starting 11, but not one you'd really expect to do much in the league. We're definitely going to need to lean on the transfer window when it opens if we're to take this team to be in any kind of European powerhouse. And if I'm being honest, I'm not really expecting anything from this Manchester City game. I think it's going to be a really difficult game. We look at the game against Arsenal, that was difficult. We nearly squeaked past Chelsea, but they managed to beat us right at the end of the match. We did have one opportunity there, though, didn't we, towards the end? Let's see what we can do against Man City. We're playing a lot more of the bigger sides this season as we slow this career mode down a little bit now in the fourth season. And let's just see if we can just come up with anything against Manchester City, as Ivan Toney has put himself in a very good position. Very strong 1-0. Oh, he's got to score that. And he genuinely is terrible in those positions. Maybe he should have gone for a chip. Now, Marcus Edwards here out wide caused me a number of issues last time around. His speed, his pace, just everything about him was awful. That's a good ball in. Is Pellegrini offside? I thought he was offside. It's going to be 1-0 Manchester City. He's their captain now as well. This was just a really good pass from Mecha. Look at that. That's stunning. I think he's played on by Reggie Cannon. Now that early Ivan Toney miss is... I'm feeling it. I really am. What a free kick position this is. Is Ivan Toney really my best free kick taker? No, he's not really. We're going to take it with Jordan Henderson and lift it over the wall and curl it. Let's see if we could do anything with this one. We're going to get a bit of power on it. It's a good position. Free kick. Easy save from Moreno in that. I don't know where Edison is. It's Moreno in that. Don't even know who that is. Jordan Henderson nearly making it 1-1. I would be pretty happy if we could just be competitive in this game, to be fair. If we could just be a little bit competitive here against Manchester City, that would actually make me pretty happy because I'm not necessarily expecting the victory. Mecha, heavy touch, but he's found Ivan Toney. Now, this is a really good position. He's been so poor in these positions this season, and it's going to be straight. The goalkeeper again. He has to find the bottom corner, does Ivan Toney there. He's so hit and miss. That is just a nice ball in behind to Phil Foden, but that is even better defending from Ladislav, and we'll take the goal kick. A great ball in behind to Cancelo, who returned from his loan to Bayern Munich, and he's playing for Manchester City. In fact, I don't think that deal was done in this, because it wasn't a loan, was it? It was a permanent deal in real life, but it wasn't a done deal in the game when we started it. Mecha, lovely touch. Now, Cowell has bags of pace. Please, Cowell. Please, Cowell bursting forward. Cowell now. Good position, surely. There we go. It's 1-1. It should have been 1-1 a long time ago with those opportunities from Ivan Toney. Space being left in the back line, and Cowell can go through and score. We know Cowell's got bags of pace. So I was never worried when he got in this position. I was just worried if he'd finish it. Crazily, at half-time, we head in 1-1 here at the Etihad. We've looked like the better team as well. So who knows? We could be on here for a shock victory. Man City aren't having the greatest start to a season. They are in 5th position. So they're not having a great season so far, but there's still plenty of time left in the league this year. They don't look like a side that's going to win the league. Oh, there's a good ball on. Surely there's a good ball on. It's into Alex Scott. No, it's into Amad Diallo. Scott still keeps it. It's off the post. It's off both posts. It's gone off both posts and doesn't find the back of the net. And this game remains 1-1. We have been super unlucky here against Manchester City. As you can see there, we've had 0 possession. It's 39% possession for us. But we are hitting them on the break and we are deadly. We could just find that finishing touch. Alex Scott will be kicking himself that he's not scored there. That is unbelievable defending from Ladislav. Lucas Metch coming off now for Manchester City. Erling Haaland, who they left on the bench for this one, is coming on. Not that we didn't already have enough to worry about, but we're going to make a triple substitution ourselves. Let's see if any of these boys can come on and have a big impact. The main one, Callum Grant, one on up top. And we're also bringing on Xavier Bravo on the left. Mads Bidstrup getting some game time. And an opportunity there, though, in the centre of the park. I still like Mads Bidstrup. Amad Diallo's touch is absolutely stunning. Britain is going to play that one, I thought, into Felix Metcher. That would have been perfect if he had. Unfortunately, he played it into Callum Grant, and he was never going to win that. Is that a ball on for Xavier Bravo? It is. Bravo's clever, though. Bravo's clever, though. His touch back was awful. He's going to keep the football out, and then he's going to play it into Metcher. Ah, good block. Ball in behind now to Marcus Edwards. Reggie Cannon tracking him back. Oh, this is good ball movement. Pellegrini goes for the shot. I felt like he had a pass on to Erling Haaland, but it's saved by Turner. This might work out. This might work out. Callum Grant is onside. Surely Callum Grant. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's 2-1. Blackburn Rovers in the dying moments. I feel like we deserve this one. And this could be the biggest victory since we joined the club. We just got a little bit lucky. He is onside as well as Callum Grant and drives it low into the bottom corner. Again, he's the star striker this season, in my opinion. Let's bring on Eskil Rudd just for a little bit of a run out. We'll bring off Metcher because he's still lacking match sharpness. But at this moment in time, we're going to beat Manchester City. One I definitely didn't expect to win when we started this episode, but we are going to take all 3 points at the Etihad. That substitution of Callum Grant proving all important, and that does move us neck and neck on points with Manchester City and Chelsea, and only a point behind 5th place Leicester City. Nowhere near the title race, though. 10 points off. We were never going to be near it. Liverpool now top of the league, Arsenal trailing. It was Brighton up next, and we went with a very strong starting 11 playing the 4-4-2. But unfortunately couldn't get the victory. Badiashile scoring the goal late on for Brighton to give them a 2-1 victory. Callum Grant, though, bagging himself another goal. Another transfer offer coming in for Reece Nelson. We did accept that Crystal Palace one, but he couldn't come to terms, so we're going to accept this Borussia Dortmund one as well. He's had a bit of time in Germany, so he'll know the league. Rock bottom Brentford next then. And I'm going to go with a 4-4-2 for this one. And it's going to be another quick sim. Hopefully, we will find ourselves with the 3 points. It's going to be a 2-1 victory. Amad Diallo scoring and Billy Bennett again. And scoring the simulation, but can't score in the games I play him. We've got West Ham coming up next, and they're having a pretty good season so far. That's Reece Nelson gone. He's going to go and play for Borussia Dortmund. Good luck to him. I think we go for this West Ham game. I think we play 2 up top. I really do. I give Billy Bennett his first start as well. Santellis will come in, play Cowell and Cannon, because Cowell is now actually 81 rated. We give it to Rico Lewis. I want him to improve this year, and of course we're going to give it to Sarr because he's continuing to improve. I'm going to keep Diallo up there with Grant. Tony, I feel like it's got to be Tony. One of these eventually will play badly and be dropped, most likely for Balogun. But right now, Balogun's not getting a sniff because these two are just playing fantastically. Maybe in the long run, we'll actually convert to playing this 4-4-2 as our main formation and just play the 4-2-3-1 when we play against the bigger teams. That might be the best decision we could make. Thank God this isn't at the London Stadium, because God, do I hate those bubbles. So having some good results in the league. Another victory now could be massive for us. They've taken that out. We're going to get the ball back. A victory here would actually be huge. I'm not even kidding. It would be a massive statement. Amad Diallo trying to play that one in. Fist to Callum Grant. Because we just need to keep pushing up the table. I want Conference League this season. Now, I know, guys, that this squad probably isn't Conference League ready. And if we were playing in the Conference League, we definitely don't have enough players for Europe right now, which is absolutely fine. We'll get there. This could be a good ball at Jordan Henderson's offside. He scores it as well. That is devastating. Jordan Henderson will not be given this goal because he is just creeped offside. I feel like that was pretty close, that one as well. We don't get the replay, but I felt like that was pretty close. Front in behind. This is nice play. We're going to get there, surely. Can I get the bodies across that I need? Can. You just need to block this one out. Hunt on the ball again. Dowes. Hunt again. That's great defending from Colwell, and Reggie Cannon can clear it. And can we break away? Callum Grant over the top to Ivan. Oh, that's a poor ball from Callum. That's not on Ivan. That is on Callum. Although we managed to win the ball back with Ivan. and then play it back over to him. That is great strength from Ivan Toney across to Callum Grant. It's well blocked. I'm going to get it back with Billy Bennett, and it's blocked again. Let's have a Joe Gelhardt up top. We had him for a brief period of time in that first season. He's 82 overall now. Well done, Joe Gelhardt. Become a Premier League striker anyway, with or without us. Tell us now wants to lift that one in. It's a far sweeping ball to Amad Diallo, which isn't really what I was trying to play. Win that Sar, and Jordan Henderson's gone down and stayed down. Zoko flex, and he's going to have a body in the centre. Reggie Cannon steaming back. That's great defending. Millot. That's a good ball into Hunt. Great block from Cannon as well. Jordan Henderson injured again then. Hopefully we can pray that this isn't going to be a long one, but it will give the opportunity to Alex Scott, who's already gone up 2 overall this season. Our captain though, only just been given the captaincy. I actually think someone made a comment about this. With injuries and him going down in overall, wouldn't make sense to make him the captain right now. And hey, dude, you might have been right. You might have had the exact right mindset there, but for right now, he is our captain. That's a good ball out wide to Centelles. Back into Callum Grant. Nobody there to give the ball to. Callum Grant across. Alex Scott back to Sar. Sar out wide to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo switching feet. He's going to be very difficult for them to deal with now in the box. Amad Diallo trying to find a ball across, and Oko Flex will block it. Sar to Ivan Toney. Toney then back out. Scott then into Callum Grant. He held it up really well. Scott going to play that one out wide to Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo is going to play it in. It's going to be across to Billy Bennett, actually. He smashed it straight into the ground. I wanted the ball into Ivan Toney, if we're being honest. And that is the half-time whistle. And we're dominating, but they're making it hard to break down. That's why we went the 4-4-2. Every time I played against West Ham, they played quite defensively. Rico Lewis into Amad. Amad then back into Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney switches that then to Amad Diallo. Oh, Flynn Dow's coming flying through the back, and the referee's given nothing. Oh, this has opened up now for West Ham. They've got a lot of space considering what we've given up. Joe Gelhardt into Miller. Oh, that's a great save, Turner. Billy Bennett found Callum Grant. Callum Grant has pace. He's got pace. He's got strength as well. Callum Grant across then to Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney back into Callum Grant. It's a poor touch in the end. Grant wins it back now. Billy Bennett. I don't care if this is a sloppy goal the way we score it. Callum Grant isn't going to win that header. It's just been a bit too easy on the defensive end from West Ham. I have to bring on Balogun. That pace from Balogun might just cause West Ham a few more issues. Amad into Alex Scott. Finds Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney then into Callum Grant. And Callum Grant will make it 1-0 Blackburn Rovers. Talking of making the substitution to Balogun, this man is in fine form this season. Honestly, could not have wished for better when we signed him. Considering Tyrese Campbell really got his Blackburn Rovers career off to a better start than Callum Grant did, he has come in good. We're still going to make a double sub though. We're going to bring on Rudd for Alex Scott. And we're also going to bring on Balogun for Ivan Toney. Is Ivan Toney going to hit the goal total we need come January? I'm a little bit worried he's not going to. And then we have to sell him. It's 7. But I think we'll do 7 goal contributions because he has been passing a lot more. So Rico Lewis staying down on the ground now, though, is not good news for me. And it is going to leave a massive space in the back line for Oko Flex to make it 1-1. Ref, why haven't you blown up for my man on the ground? Well, this injury costing me dearly. He's going to have to come off now. The substitution has been made, but we finally found the breakthrough, and then West Ham take advantage. Put the ball out. Poor sportsmanship from West Ham. But we've got a minute left, so if we're going to do anything, it needs to happen now. I'm going to play that ball into Amad Diallo, into Sar. Sar then out wide to Billy Bennett's touch is shocking, and that should be the end of this game. Frustrating. They take advantage when we have a man down on the ground. Very, very unfair. And it's going to just be a point here. Another great goal from Callum Grant, though, so I can't complain too much. But the fact that we concede in that manner is just so infuriating. Let's talk a little bit about Callum Grant, though. Up to this season, still only 28, so coming to the peak seasons of his career. I would say an established Premier League striker at this point. 6 goals, 1 assist. Ivan Toney with 5 goals, 2 assists. So we will stick with the 7 goals before January. The injuries coming in now. 4 weeks for Jordan Henderson. 5 days for Rico Lewis is good news. Jordan Henderson has been a starting midfielder for us this season. That's frustrating. Does mean, though, everyone that wanted Reggie Cannon to be captain, he will be. Reece Nelson has been sold as well. Borussia Dortmund will be his destination. We've got some scout reports back again from Wales this time round. I mean, he looks like he could be okay. He's not fantastic to start with, but we're going to give Scott Wood the opportunity. He's coming as a striker. Let's look at the development plan and see if he is a striker. He's a very good dribbler, not good at passing. He's got okay pace. He's a winger, isn't he? He's got 49 shooting. He is, without a shadow of a doubt, a winger. He is left-footed, so we're going to make him a left mid. Could he be the new Gareth Bale for us? Who knows? 4 weeks, and we'll find out how much he improves. We'll play the highlights for this next game, then. We're going with Balogun and Grant up top. I'm dropping Ivan Toney after he's struggled to find goals recently. We've had to rotate a little bit for this Wolves game, but I still think we should be able to get the job done. Of course, Jordan Henderson now not in this starting 11 for a little while. 4 weeks, so a month without Hendo. It means a month we get to see Reggie Cannon as captain and see what he can do as captain. Someone did actually say a shout for Callum Grant to be captain at one point. That isn't actually a bad shout. I'm going to play this one up there like that. And then Cowell's going to play that one in behind to Callum Grant. And then Callum Grant with his infinite pace and wisdom. Callum Grant will make it 1-0 Blackburn. Of course he will. He's on absolute fire at the moment. I could not be happier with Callum Grant's performances. We're going to have a crossing opportunity now for Blackburn. Not sure how good of a crossing opportunity that would have been, but if we'd have played the ball to Callum Grant, that would have been dangerous. This is a bit of a better crossing opportunity. Might actually dribble this one into the box. To play it out wide to Balogun as well. And that's the ball I'm going to play. Balogun should be scoring and does score. Gets a little bit of luck, but Balogun finally back in the goals for Blackburn Rovers. That's only his 2nd goal this season. We're going to need more of that from Balogun if Ivan Toney can't find his shooting boots. This is going to be an attack now from Wolves. I knew they were going to make that move right there. And this is why I bring bodies back. They still have men over. Let's try and force them out wide. And this has worked quite well because we've managed to get a lot of bodies back here. But they'll continue this attack now for a while until we kind of fully stop them. Perry out wide. Andreasen not quick enough to keep up with him. And there we go. They haven't really worked anything so far. And that was offside, surely. I mean, they're going to get the consolation. It's Turner again, not getting himself a clean sheet. Super frustrating for him, but it is going to be a 2-1 victory nonetheless. Balogun and Callum Grant doing the business for me, and it's another 3 points. And that does still see us in 7th place. So conference football as things stand, because I think 5th and 6th is Europa League, and then 7th is conference. So as things are going, we will be staying in that Conference League spot. How far off now are we from January? We're actually in the month of December. We're still going to play this Liverpool game yet this episode. We have some massive games in this month. We're going to play Wolves in the Cup, so I feel confident after beating them that we can win the Cup game. We're also going to have Manchester United, Tottenham, and Manchester City in the rest of the month of December. And then we have 58 million plus the Reece Nelson money, so we've got nearly 80 million to spend in January. So feel free to put your suggestions in. I think maybe a big upgrade is now needed, potentially at right back. I think right back is where we focus. Maybe let Britain go, bring in a big time right back and still have Rico Lewis as the backup. We've done well against the big side so far. So, taking on top of the league Liverpool, let's see if we can do the same. I've got no idea who their striker is. We'll find that out when we get into the match. But apart from that, it's a pretty strong starting 11. This is going to be our 11. We're just playing CM because I don't have much of a choice at this current moment in time. And of course, Cannon will be the captain. We're going back to the 4-2-3-1. I feel like that makes most sense when taking on the big sides. Let's see if we can try and stay good defensively. I do feel like when we played against Man City, we probably deserved to win that one. Let's see if we can do the same against Liverpool. Would also help keep us in 7th place and ease things just a little bit for the rest of this month, because we already know after looking at the fixture list, we're in for a rough rest of the month. So the result against Liverpool would change that. But Wharton is coming back into the back line today, and he's not seen much football there this season. With Colwill doing so well and Ladislav playing there in patches, it's been hard for Wharton to get game time. But he is still a 77 rated centre-back, one of the old guard at the club, and certainly has the ability to cause problems. Billy Bennett as well, getting more big minutes. But if he could just play a beautiful pass there, we're clean through. Salah has done everyone. Salah has done everybody, but not Reggie Cannon. It's very difficult to go beyond Reggie Cannon, and he doesn't manage it there. Billy Bennett now, though, with some pace. Felix Mecha takes a good touch there, in my opinion, and then a very poor touch. That wide to Diaz. He's one of the players I hate playing against the most, and having Wharton up next to him. He's not very good, but he read that perfectly. Plays that one into Callum Grant. Callum Grant with the rotation to Felix Mecha. Oh my God, that was a great shot. To get that beyond the defender, that was very good. I need to give Felix Mecha a little bit more credit this season. When he's been given game time, when he's played at Cam, he's looked very good. Maybe worthwhile converting him to a striker and playing him up top with Callum Grant at times. which does mean we would have to let a striker go. I would probably loan out Jens Dahl already now in January. I think at 17, he needs guaranteed game time, and we can give him that if he gets loaned out. This is great play forward now, and that's a good ball in behind to Luis Diaz. I feel like we put him off just enough there. Gets it across to Mohamed Salah. It's going to be blocked by Reggie Cannon. Might have even hit his hand there. Salah out wide now, up against Reggie Cannon. Reggie Cannon nearly just doing enough. Vardiol, I thought he was going to try and play that one back across. They're using Salah perfectly. He's all over the pitch at this current moment in time. I'm trying to block that one off. This is just sustained pressure now from Liverpool. Declan Rice with an opportunity. Great ball in, and there we go. Liverpool take the lead. It's about time we actually look at who this striker is, because I've not heard of him before. I think it's like Calimundo, maybe Calimundo. 82 rated, so he looks pretty decent. Don't know how old he is, but he's doing a job for Liverpool at this current moment in time. I'm not sure where Darwin Núñez will be, though. Is he still at the club? Has he moved on? Not a clue. Let's see what we could do now moving into the second half, and let's see if there's going to be a breakthrough. I think a point from this game would be massive. The expectation, I imagine, from the fans and from the board would be that we won't get a point, and Billy Bennett nearly disguises that perfectly in behind. Aspilicueta has been a nightmare to get beyond. Killamundo's picked up the ball now. A very dangerous position. Santella's chasing after him. He's got a lot of pace. Seems like a super athletic forward. He's playing a bit of a false nine role for Liverpool. Vardiol, what can he do? Out wide. This is how they scored last time. It wouldn't let me change to Sarr, which is annoying me. It's not letting me change to Sarr. Morton fires off a shot. Calimundo will make it 2-0 Liverpool. That was just frustrating because the one player I wanted to change to just was Sarr, and then we get a good save from the shot, but there's no one there to react to it. I brought on Ivan Toney. It's nothing on Callum Grant. We're just going to save him for a day where I think we can actually win the game of football. Got that ball over to Ivan Toney. It's got to be good. Ivan Toney! Oh, he's pulled it wide. He will hold his head in his hands. It's a good opportunity. We haven't had many of them today. He had to strike it with power. It's not that far wide. Alexander-Arnold has just lost a football there to Felix Mecha, and Ivan Toney did not make a run that was substantial enough to give us an opportunity to score. Ivan Toney now trying to find that back across to Amad Diallo. It's just pretty tight in the box. We have to react a little bit quicker. Rico Lewis now reacted pretty quick. That's a good ball over Bennett. Oh my God, it's beyond the post. That was beautiful. Here come Liverpool then towards the back end of the game. Milinkovic-Savic, ball across to Salah. Great from Turner. Is he going to land perfectly again? I mean, every time Turner has got in the way of the ball, the secondary ball has just always been in the pathway of Liverpool. Destined to win this one. I feel like we've put a bit of effort in. It's not been a horrendous performance, but when you're getting all the luck go your way, you're going to get the results. Nice ball movement. Salah up against Wharton. I feel like Wharton's actually dealt well with Salah, and Wharton wins the football back again. And this will be an opportunity to play in Alex Scott. Ivan Toney decided not to continue to run. Alex Scott will play it straight across, and Alisson will save it. Can you believe that we haven't scored? With all the opportunities, all the chances we've created, we've not found the back of the net. And I'm not sure how we haven't found the back of the net, but lucky Liverpool. That's the final result. It's going to be 3-0 victory for Liverpool. We actually had more shots than Liverpool. We had 7 shots to their 6, which is just crazy. But they're top of the league for a reason. Sometimes you need the rub of the green in those kind of games. I mean, it was 3-0. I'm saying the rub of the green. They did get the rebounds, but you have to have the shot in the first place. Doesn't affect where we are right now, but Brighton do have a game in hand, and they can equal us on points. Goal difference-wise, we are beating them right now, but that would change if they won. So unless it's only a 1-0 victory, which might still keep us in 7th, the chances are we'll drop down to 8. But that's going to be it for this one, lads. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all staying safe. Thank you very much for watching. New around here, smash subscribe. Get those suggestions in. The transfer window is just around the corner. Appreciate you. See you in the next one.